Let's take the rings off first of all. Okay, let's go in with the Skin Glow Eye Serum, Vitamin C and Ceramides. Hi Lisa. Right, so that's that on. Then Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Sensitive Firming Day Cream for the moisturiser. What's that underneath my eye? I don't know. Hi Nora. You asked me that last time, Bella. Why are you asking what I'm doing tomorrow? Let's get this day over with first. Hi Jerry. Do you like South Park? Hi Fede. Shouldn't really be doing this, it's really, really hot. Yeah, what about you? No, not so much. I mean, way back in the day, I was more into Simpsons. What? Fake? What do you mean fake? Are you just wanting attention? Is that why I'm fake? Okay. Right, let's go in with the, no, not that. Let's go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. What's one makeup product what you love? This blush. It's a Pat McGrath Labs one. I absolutely love it. And that's something I'd repurchase. Hi Lily. I've already said hi Jerry. It's not a shout out channel. Okay, what foundation am I using? Well, we're going to be using concealer. What's one product you hate? I don't think there's any products that I hate. There's products that I dislike, which isn't the same as hating them, is it? But yeah, there's products that I dislike, but not hate. I mean, just trying to figure out what foundation to use. I haven't used this in a couple of days, so let's go in with the Collection Sicker Soothing Foundation. This one lasts up to 12 hours. I have just had the worst few days, and today it hasn't been any better. I'm surprised I'm even on here, to be honest. Oh, actually, I want to go in with this highlighter first, just to give me some highlight. Are you going to behave yourself today, musician? I really shouldn't have put foundation on. I know I'm just going to sweat it off. I've got the window open as well, so like when I leave I need to close it. Normally I don't open the windows. Yeah, nearly didn't. Come on, Lisa. Princes? What do you mean? Or do you mean a princess? From the 1700s. I wouldn't know about that. I'm not going to tell you what city I'm from. I'm from Lancashire in the UK. You don't need to know what city I'm from. Some things just need to be kept private. I don't have ego issues. I mean, it would, like, to me, it appears that you do, because you was giving me a hard time in the last live, and now you've reverted back to giving me a hard time again. Just because I don't want to tell you which city I live in, that's my prerogative, not yours. If you don't like it, then you honestly don't have to stay in here. I told you that last time. So this is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I'm going to have to go now, Andy. Harlow was crying, have a good night, get a good sleep. No chance of that, but thank you. Have a good night yourself. Got all these eyeliners and I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Oh dear, teething, not great. I don't know what's going on with my face. Got one there and I had one further down there. I think the freckles. It's not bumpy, so it's not a spot. I think I've got a couple of freckles. Well, because I've been out in the sun and it's been really hot in the UK. Right, I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crap Vitamin Babe. It's pink powder. It's got a nice little net on it. I mean, I put factor 30 on the other day, so we certainly shouldn't be getting freckles on my face. So I'm a little bit pissed off, as if you couldn't tell, if you hear a lot. It's just the icing on the cake. I've been waiting for a delivery, which I didn't even know was coming out today. And I must have put my postcode on the package and my sister's address. Every package gets delivered to my sister's house. So it said that it's been delivered somewhere at 8:20. And I've just gone down there, like number 4 is at the bottom of my street. I've just gone down there and every are saying they've delivered it. But she came out and said, oh no, she said they came about an hour ago. Well, it was only delivered at 8:20, so that was longer than an hour ago. She said they came, but they were going to try and find you. Said he was going to come back tomorrow to try and find you. She said, do you want to put your number in my phone and I'll ring you if they come back up this way? So I gave her my number, but it was only when I realised I got home that they said it's already delivered. So I'm going to ring Abbott Lion, but they'll say, oh, well, that's your fault. You know, you put the wrong postcode on, so I'm not going to get the earrings that I want. And yeah, it is my fault to a certain extent. But yeah, like I said, icing on the cake. I've had a lot go on this past week. I'm from the UK, Naveed. Okay. Where's that glue? Oh, no, not that one. I mean, if he couldn't deliver it, he would say that he couldn't deliver it, but it says delivered. Well, it wasn't delivered to my sister's address. Anyway, we won't do brow glue. I don't need brow glue on. They're kind of looking okay. They don't have to be set down because I'm not going to have makeup on for ages. If I'm hot when I get to my mum's, I'll just take it off with wipes. So, contour. Do I even want to use contour? I think no to contour. We'll do bronzer though. Do the Pat McGrath Labs one. Hi Presley. So it's in the shade Nude Honey. Because too much product is just going to make me feel hotter. I mean, I wouldn't say we're going for no makeup, but because obviously I'm going to do an eyeshadow. And I feel like I want to do a eyeshadow look that reminds me of the sun. I need something to kind of cheer me up, make my mood not like this. Okay. I think I want to go in. Oh, that's the wrong powder. What's happened to my transparent one? Got them mixed up, I think. Okay, so we're going to go in with a transparent Rimmel. Just go under here. Not all over, because I use a finishing powder. So when it comes to base, I think I'm just going to do minimal. I want it to look pretty, but I don't want to put loads on. I'm just trying to see what I want to do in regards to blush. Actually, we can use the Sweet Peach Glow because I am doing a yellow look today, and I feel like this blush will go nicely. Got the contour brush on. God, this smells really nice. That's gonna need blending. I always forget how pigmented it is. Blend that out. Who even gets freckles up there anywhere? Just below the eyebrow. Right, highlighter. Don't have to do a bit of this liquid one, no, just in case it shifts everything else. We'll put some of this Colourpop one on. And Lisa, if you're still here, it doesn't smell. Well, mine doesn't anyway. No, it doesn't smell. So if yours do, I'd just get rid of them. Hi, Dinah. Hi, my lovely. Everything went well. That's something to be spoken about another time, I think. Maybe later in the week I'll speak about everything that's gone on this past week. At the moment, I'm just not, like, mentally, I've not got enough, like, mental capacity to talk about it. But I will. I like to let you guys know what's going on. Right, we'll go in with the MAC Soft and Gentle as well. I know I said I wasn't going to do much in regards to base, but I do like to use both of those highlighters together. Every time I try and relax, something else happens, Dinah. Right, let's get some of this facial mist on, so I feel like I'm burning up. So it's that Dalba First Spray Serum Hydrated and Radiant Skin. Let's put the fringe up. Seems to be never ending. I've still got loads. Not even halfway done with it, and I've had it longer than a month. That's how much I do not like it. But I like what it does to my skin, especially around here. I like the glowiness. Just trying to establish if I'd buy it again. Don't think I would. Right, so I'm going to go in now with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer. That's enough. That's way too much, actually. Wow, I think this is the fastest live I've ever done. It's gone everywhere. Right, where's that powder? Revolution contour palette. Just that powder I always use to set the base. I was watching a few people use a P. Louise bases, and they don't tend to set them. I guess they want it tacky enough for the eyeshadow, but this, like, for me, I feel like this does a good job. Oh, yours have turned after Lisa. Sorry, I didn't see that. I've had mine a while. I think, you know, if it was, because it's that close to the nose where I'm putting it, I think if they had turned, I would know about it with my sense of smell. Where did I put my eyeshadow brushes? I don't have a clue. No. Gonna have to get some clean ones out then. That can be one. Maybe I'll use that one as well. That should be enough. It's like a Mary Poppins bag, but full of iron face brushes, and I've got a ton to use in the bathroom as well. It's going to be simple, guys, and that's not because I'm feeling any kind of way, like through mental health issues. It was always going to be very, very simple. What I want to use is this kind of grungy green up here, so I think we're going to put that all over the lid and into the crease, so we'll start that first, and I'll use this, I think it's a Primark brush, so we'll go in with that. It's a very, very nice green. It's from the NATASHA DENONA Trio Chrome palette, and then I'll use the Charlotte Tilbury mirror. Oh, so this one is the Dolce Vita Quad. I mean, it looks like it's had its day, but I do want to use it at least once. Can you see the hard pan there? I might try and see if I can get rid of that, and if I can, shall we have a look at doing that now? Try and scrape it off and just swatch it and see how much pigment there is. I think this is one of the ones I really didn't like. There's quite a lot of powder there, so let me put that onto this wipe. The last thing I want is for it to get on my carpets. Right, so let's roll that up a bit. Right. So, again, that's what that one looks like. We're not using that today, but yeah. I mean, it was probably better in its day. Then we've got like a highlighter shade, then a sparkle. I don't think it's going to be much of a palette for me, this. I think it's always going to be more as a mirror. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to use it. Let's wipe those. I'm not even going to try it because they're not my shades anyway. I don't go in for all that darkness. And I'm also not decluttering it. Anyway, let's carry on with what I was doing originally. So, starting off here. Hi, bug. And you don't have to do a thin layer of it when you're doing your base, because this is classed as a base. You go in with that, and you know, if you want it quite pigmented, do that. That's what I'm doing. It's just a really nice grungy green, and I've not used a grungy green for a while. I was talking about putting sunshine on my eyes earlier. This isn't sunshine. You've got starts tomorrow. Oh, have you revised? My niece breaks up from school next week, next Friday. Well, this Friday actually. They finish at, I think, 12:30 or something like that. Then she's got 6 weeks off. And then when she goes back to school, she's in the 5th year. I cannot believe that. It seems like only yesterday she was fitting in my hands like that because she was a prem baby. It doesn't seem real. Oh, you'll be okay if you've revised. Right, so we've gone in with this one. Now we'll do this yellow. Or shall I do that orange? So I've already used this. Yeah, let's use this one. I think that's from the gold palette. So this is I keep wanting to say BK Beauty brush. It's not. It's a Binge brush from Shein. And this one's their tapered blending brush. Are you in year 7? So that's first year of high school, isn't it? Year 7. My niece will be in year 11. Year 6 going into year 7, yeah, I know that. I remember, I'm not old enough not to remember. Right, I'm going to go in with that. They do stats so that they know when you get to high school what sets to put you in. Whoops, it nearly fell. Okay, that's that one. Then we're getting some glitter glue on. And for the outside, I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. Might not be doing anything. But let's just put some Technique glitter glue on for now. So I might just do the lash line dark. Yeah, I want to be with my sister, but I guess it's not really your choice. What? Why is your sister the same age? Are you twins? Right, I'm going to go in with that Wayne Goss pencil. Oh, you are? Are you identical or do you look different? Wayne Goss, a Precious Opal, and they'll probably put you in different, you know, in different forms. I'd be very surprised if you got the same. I'm not saying you're not going to get the same teachers, but I'm just saying you'll probably be in different forms because they like to split twins up from what I've heard. Do not ever lose your confidence in the future. You must know there are people who are thinking of you and hoping your smile will be there. You will make it because you are strong. You have to feel strong though, don't you? At the moment, I just feel weepy. Oh my gosh. So much sharp on this. Is my pencil sharpener around? Yeah. Let's try and sharpen it a bit more. Oh, I hope nothing's gone in my eye. I think I'm going to have to chuck this pencil out. It feels like the wood is coming off it as well every time I put it on my eye. So I'm going to like finish it off now and we're going to call it done, guys. Right, so that's done. There's quite a lot of pencil left, but I'm not chancing that near my eyes anymore because it just feels like the wood from it is flaking off every time I have it that close to my eyes. You made it after all. Only just, Crystal. I wasn't going to come on here. I'm happy you're feeling okay. That's debatable, but thank you for being here. Right. So I wasn't too sure whether I was going to go in with this one. Poppy asked me to do a golden look, but she's not come back in, so that's probably going to have to wait till tomorrow or whenever I next do a live. Go to bed then, Bug, you're okay. Bye for now. I want to use this Luxie one. I think it's called Nectar. It's very, very pretty and will give me that yellow eye I want. That's what it looks like. Very pretty. It was bank holiday today in Northern Ireland. Like, my phone came up with bank holiday and I'm like, bank holiday? It's not bank holiday here. We've not got another bank holiday now till August. And then after August, it's Christmas. So it'll be Christmas Day, Boxing Day, all those kind of bank holidays. Right, I'm going to use this brush, but I need to take the colour off it. Thanks, Lisa. I quite like it. I think this is one of the prettiest looks I've done with this palette. I really liked it when I used Hypnosis as well on this one. I'm going to try... Oh my gosh, I've hit pan. Can you see? Baby pan. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it again. I'm going to be so sad. Right, so I'm going to go in with this Glaminatrix one. I don't know if it's the right shade, but we'll try it. I'm not going to answer that, Aditya. Oh, this looks so good with that Luxie shadow. Right, so I'm going to put that up into the crease, I think all the way across. Oh my gosh, this has leveled up like 10 times. Look at the difference. Look at that difference. That just means now I'm going to have to probably use that white rather than this. How stunning is this shade? I knew it was stunning, but not with that Nectar shade, because I've never used them together before. So I'm just taking this into the crease of the eye, and I don't normally go shimmer that high. Well, that's made me happy. Hi, Eden. Right, so for the inner corner, I can't not do an inner corner, guys. I wish I could. I wish I could be that person that doesn't do inner corner, but I can't not do it. So we've got two whites in here. We've got a matte white, and then we've got this one from the Frozen palette. It's like a white to pink, so we'll put this one on first. I could never do a matte white for the inner corner, I don't think. It's just not me. And then we'll go in. Hang on. Where is it? I wonder if one of these would work. Right, so they're them. I'm wondering about this one. Yeah, let's try it. I know I've not stuck to the palette, but I have used those two matte whites before. No, they're not both matte whites, but I've used the two whites in the palettes before. And there's not two whites in the Glaminatrix one. There's only one, which is a matte white, I believe. But I don't deal in matte whites ordinarily, so I put the one from the... First of all, I put the one in from the Frozen palette, and then I found a matte white within my collection. So I'm going to go in with Blinding, this one here. See how this looks. I hope I don't mess it up now. This is given a green flip. Shouldn't have put that matte white down, I don't think, but I forgot about this palette briefly. Oh, that's nice. Right, let me go back into that Glaminatrix shade. Yeah, it was Glaminatrix, wasn't it? And then we'll just go down here a bit more. I wish they'd put a white shimmer in instead of a matte white. I just can't do it. Apparently as well, going off, who was it that I watched? I watched someone. I haven't watched a lot of people, but I watched someone and they were saying that the pans in that palette aren't the same as the pans from other palettes. They've gone back to this, they've reverted back to the smaller size pans. I don't know anything about that because I've only got the palettes that you've sent to me, Lisa, so I've not had every single Glaminatrix palette. I don't care about that. They're saying basically you can't build your own palette with that palette because the pans, is it 14 millimeter, whereas the other palettes have got slightly bigger pans. So I guess I'll see what they mean when I get the palette. Wow, that looks amazing. Looks better than the sun. Your curls are going tonight. Thanks, Dinah. Right, so what am I doing for the outer corner? Anything? At this point, I really don't want to spoil it, so I don't even think I'm going to do anything for the lash line. Like, I could have done this green in the outer corner, but I feel like anything that I do now is going to spoil the look, and I really, really love this look. I definitely think this is my favourite one of the week. So yeah, we'll leave that there, so I don't want to spoil it. We're gonna go in with mascara. Let me check. Check the pan size. Did you not notice though, like, would you not notice if the pan was smaller than, like, say, and I've got one in, it's not there, is it? It's in a different drawer. Like, would you not notice if are they the same size as that? Because I was seeing the review and they didn't look as big as that, to be honest. Is it something Snitch? Kitsch Snitch? I can't even remember what they're called, you know. What she's called. She's Australian anyway. I don't know what else to say. Hi Joe. Yeah, from memory I thought they were the bigger ones, but I had to check. Yup, it is. What is? Sorry, Eden. Hi, Ballyjou. Right, I'm going to go in with 17 Bigger Better Lash Mascara. I don't understand then why someone would say they're smaller pans if they're not smaller pans. To me, it's kind of like, how often are you going to go through an eyeshadow palette? How often are you going to pan an eyeshadow palette? Like, with me and my collection, it's not going to be a case of I'm going to pan a lot of eyeshadows unless it's my favourite eyeshadow palette in the world. And I'm just using it all the time. Like, I can pan like shades like this that are in an eyeshadow palette quite easily because I use those shades all the time. But an actual physical eyeshadow palette, when I've got 150 eyeshadow palettes, is going to be really, really difficult to do. But I don't know. All I can go off is what the review said. That's all I'm telling you guys. Right, I want to put this mascara on. So, did I tell you the name? 17 Bigger Better Lash Mascara. It's a dupe for the Better Than Sex. I've already said hi, Balaju. I'm not going to keep saying hello to you, so please stop pressing the hello button. Okay, no worries, Lisa. I'm nearly done now anyway. No, not from what I watched. Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was Dupe or whatever her name is. Because they're the only 2 reviews I've watched. Because I watched Dupe. I know her name's not Pure. Dupe do some looks with it. And I know I haven't just made that up in my head. You've got baby chicks hatching, Presley. I thought you'd gone. I'm not going back to both of those videos to watch it either. And Dupe was also saying that she wishes Glaminatrix would have stuck more to the actual original April Fool's joke, because they kind of went a different way. Again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm only saying what she said. I'm loving the eyeshadow look today. How are you, Andrea? I've been better, but this is making me feel good. Thank you for asking. I want to do some more looks with this, guys, by the way. I mean, I have done several looks with it when it came. I used all the eyeshadows when it came, and I've recently done a look with it as well. But I definitely want to stick to these like olive green tones and do a look with that. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back into this shade as well by Glaminatrix. That lovely shade. So I just pile it on. Because I feel like in some places there's some missing. It's mainly at the front here. And there's people outside my flat, so I don't want to. Normally, like with a look like this, I'd go in with a red lip. I do not want to be going out there when there's lads out there with a red lip. The wolf whistling. The other day I was crossing the road. Yeah, last night actually, when I was going to my mum's, and there was this guy in a a car, like I think it was a Mercedes, and all of a sudden he put his window down and went, well, hey. I'm like, dickhead. And he turned around and I thought, oh my gosh, he's coming back for me. Because obviously I said, only I could say something like that at the top of my lungs. And he like swerved and came back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's coming back for me. But he went towards my house. Obviously he was going to see someone, like basically there's a road. So there's a road that way, that's towards my mum's, and then this way is towards my house. So he's doing that and I'm like, phew. I would probably, I'd be scared if he said, what did you say? What did you say to me? And I'd be like, I wasn't talking to you. It happened in KFC. This guy came and sat next to us, didn't clean up after himself, and my mum's got a loud voice, like I've got a loud voice, and my mum's got a loud voice, and she's like, look at him, he's not even cleaned up after himself. And I'm like, shh. And he turned around, looked at us, and came back in, and he said, what did you say? And I said, I didn't say anything, I was talking to my mum. And he went, well, what did she say? And I said, she didn't say anything, she's talking to me. And he went, yeah, well, she better not have. And walked back out. And the guy from KFC said, what's up? And I said, oh, nothing. And he went, was he bothering you? And I said, well, yeah. I said, but it's fine. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Georgia. Right, so that's the eye look. Is that not just beautiful? I don't look like I've got sunset on my eye. It looks better, in my opinion. Right, so lippy. I've pretty much used all these now that are in these boxes. Oh, my eyeshadow brushes were here. Silly woman. So I'm going to go through this tomorrow. Probably do a live about the lips that I've been using the last couple of months. And all these glosses I think are going to stay in this drawer, and I'll just pull for them as and when. But I don't know what I want to wear with this look. Do you know what I feel like doing? Elf. As I've used them all, I feel like now I can pretty much use whatever I want. Where is it? Oh, here. I've only got one of the Elf Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balms. Tammy has got the Laneige ones, and I've got Laneige myself. Like I've got the small ones. The small ones came in a set. So these ones are called the Lip Glowy Balm, and the Elf ones are called Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm, and I know she's got a couple of these as well. But I was saying to her in a recent video, I actually prefer the Elf ones. I would have been scared if I am headed home and feel like a car has been following too long. I don't stop at my house. It is usually my neighbours, but I am a scaredy cat. No, I was just trying to cross the road, and guys being guys, they don't beep their horn anymore, do they? They don't beep their horn, they basically start shouting stuff out of the window. I had one the other week, like last week I think it was, who did more or less the same thing, and he shouted at the top of his lungs, toasty. And I'm like, oh my god, shut the hell up. I'm one of those people that have to say something back. It's like, you just can't keep quiet, can you? You just can't let them do what they want to do. One day they might come back and say, what did you just say to me? And I'll just say, I wasn't. I'm talking. I'm on FaceTime. It's a gorgeous look. I like it, Lisa. What's up, baby girl? Okay. Right, we're going to go in with this then. So it's strawberry shortcake. And what I like about these things is I literally don't need a mirror for it. It just like contours your lip. You don't need a mirror for these things. So they're good for on the go. Like I said, a red would have done me so nice. Let's just see the kind of red that I would normally wear. If I wasn't going out and people weren't out there, that's what I would have wore. The art of catcalling is dead. Is that what you call it, Jim? Catcalling? I don't know what we call it in the UK, but it's not that, I don't think. All I know is, I mean, it used to be a builder's thing, didn't it? Builders would do it, and then it's just kind of gone on to anyone does it now, and people tend to do it from the cars, and it's like, why are you doing that? Nobody's interested in what you have to say, and you're doing it like in the car's speeding along and the person can barely make out what you've just said. Anyway, I just thought I'd give my 2 penny worth on that. I feel like you can't really see my blush though. Maybe I blended it away to nothing, and with this eye look I feel like I need a bit more on, so just let's go in with a bit more of that. Or am I blush blind? Oh, it's gonna be like too much, isn't it? Let's just leave that. Let me look in my tiny mirror. Trying to be funny and starting a conversation. They need to go to a pub. The best part of this look is the eyes. They're mesmerising. I would have never thought of combining this colour, but it really looks nice, so I've learned again. I never thought of combining those 2 colours. Right, so what I wanted to do today, initially Dinah, is obviously go in with this one, because I hadn't used it yet, and maybe go in with that one as well. But I decided not to use this one because I had used it. Obviously I used that as well, and then we used this on the lid, and then I just thought, you know what, I want to see what this looks like as well, and they just work really, really well together, I think. So now I've just got this shade to use, and we'll do that tomorrow. That one's called, what is it? Is it Majestic? Yeah, Majestic. And then, I mean, there's a lot, not a lot, but there's some mattes that I haven't used. There's this green from NATASHA DENONA Gold. This purple, I don't even, oh yeah, that's from Frozen as well. And this Glaminatrix one is from one of my Glaminatrix palettes, obviously. So, yeah, that's what it looks like up close. Thank you for joining me, guys. It means a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow or whenever I next do the live. Thank you. Bye.